Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the license. Second inter-association matchup now. Farmingdale State of AAU takes on Rutgers University of ACHA. And now, the starting lineup first for this evening on the Scarlets. The forward, number 5, Paul Rivison. Forward 8, Matt Woodville. Forward 18, Thomas Simon. Forward 40, Tom Regan. Forward 48, Thomas Alvin. And forward 32, and now, the starting lineup for Farmingdale, the left winger, number 15, Sean O'Donnell. Forward 47, Tim Duffy. On the left, 55 is Riley Redder. On the left, 5 is Jacob Kravitz. And on the right, number 24, Joseph Liddell. And number 32, Andrew Barry. And at this time, moving past with the playing of the national anthem.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Al Arbor Rink here at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network. My name is Jordan DeLuciano. I'll be on the call where the Farmingdale State Rams are set to take on the Rutgers University Scarlet Knights in an out-of-league matchup. So the centers line up. It'll be Colin Smargan at the dot for the Scarlet Knights, Sean O'Donnell for Farmingdale as we are underway. As yes, out-of-league matchup. We have Farmingdale representing AAU Division I, taking on Rutgers University representing the ACHA Division I. So two different college club leagues going at it. You see some inter-league matchups throughout AAU and ACHA as well. Farmingdale last season played against Marist in their home opener. Marist represents ACHA Division I. Farmingdale won that game. As now both these teams, again, getting a taste of some out-of-league competition. As it starts off with Smargan. Smargan gets the start up front with Max Werfel, Connor Reagan on the back end, Thomas Appalachian, and Ryan Butchko. As it'll be Sean O'Donnell to lift that one forward, glove down. And it'll be Ryan Butchko, the defenseman out of Toms River, New Jersey, and a pad save there by Barron, and a blocker save as well by Barron, with Jack Turner coming off the bench. This Rutgers group want to keep an eye out for their leading scorer, number 40 in red, Connor Reagan, who hops off on a line change right now. 18 games, 23 points, leads the team, 10 goals, 13 assists, and the team's leading goal scorer, number 13 in red, with 11 goals on the year, Jack Turner. He's out there now. As it'll be Jesse Burns for Farmingdale to flip that one in off the glass. Bridgewood behind the cage. Bridgewood in a little bit of a cold spell. 0 goals his last 9 games. And despite that for Bridgewood, the big man number 52 in white. Bridgewood with 24 points in 23 games. The net's off its moorings. Take a look closer into the Scarlet Knights. They are in the ACHA Division 1. They represent the NECHL. That is a conference, a division within the league of the ACHA. They are 8-10-1 on the year, which is 3rd place in their NECHL conference, the Northeast Collegiate Hockey League, with 19 points. They sit behind Canisius University, which is 16-4-1, and first place, the powerhouse Oswego State, which is at 18-7-2. Oswego State put a strong performance, to say the least, against Rutgers the last time that those two teams met up. Oswego State winning double digits in both the games. They'll come to the blue line, kept in by Rotan. Rotan down low, looking for Ivers, deflected wide. Ivers and Konkowski for Farmingdale, 92 in white, Ivers 17 in white. Konkowski both out there now as Kata works his way on goal, and a glove save by Barron. As Konkowski leads this Farmingdale group with 39 points in 23 games, Ivers second with 31 points in 23 games as well, as they look for Konkowski on the stretch pass and find him. There's Ivers. Ivers parks up, looks cross ice for Keller, can't link up in a friendly fire collision there, but both men immediately back to their feet. It'll be Thomas Hilliard. Hilliard down low off the stick of Garrett Kata, who had that great chance moments ago. Caramondos. It's down low in the corner. Gonna come out to center. Caramondos off the boards, able to link up with Colin Reese. Reese on the year. He's played 15 games. Out of Cantham, New Jersey. A lot of this group, because Rutgers being from New Jersey, a lot of this group coming out of the state of New Jersey, as with Farmingdale, majority of their roster coming from Long Island. As Konkowski intercepts, he's out there on a long shift right now, reaches out for Joseph LaChase. This looks like it's an icing, but coming out to play, it was Kareem Rifai, and negates the icing. Rifai, the freshman out of Wayne, New Jersey, making his first collegiate start as Reagan comes in the other way, 2-on-1, and that one broken up. Joe Solovey there with Reagan on the 2-on-1, but the captain for Farmingdale, John McCann, broke it up. Big collision there at center as that one's flipped in towards the blue line, not fit past that blue as it stays at center. It's a high hit there by Appalachian on Nicholas Trabb. Alessi, D-to-D off the skates there of Jesse Burns. Now Minio scoops up. Joe Minio with Duffy going to the net, goes down low off the skates of Aiden Gorman. Now Butchko, looking for Werfel out of his reach. Farmingdale goes back to work with Sean O'Donnell. Now Minio to the blue line. There's Alessi. Alessi, low wrister deflected up and out of play. So for Rutgers, yes, they send out, making his first collegiate start, Kareem Rifai. Rifai played his hockey prior last seasons with the New Jersey Rockets, 18 under AA team, as well as Wayne High's high school, coming out of New Jersey. Wrist shot from the point, ricochets off the boards. There's Duffy behind the net, tries to flip it in front, but once again the net goes off. This Rutgers group coming off 2 losses against RIT on February the 7th and the 8th, 4-2 and then 5-4 in the shootout. Jack Turner had 2 goals that weekend, as did Max Werfel. Connor Reagan with 2 assists. And in game 2, the game that lost in a 5-4 shootout, the Scarlet Knights able to push it to overtime due to 3 unanswered goals. Werfel, Regan, and Turner all shot in the shootout, all did not score. as it was Thomas Sparrow in net for both games against RIT. He let up 1 goal in game 2 in that shootout. 1 goal in the shootout, which led to them losing in the skills competition. It will be Jack Turner to enter the zone, tangled up by Eric Immel. Now Nate Case, cross ice, nobody home. It'll be Frank Alessi. Duffy pokes forward. Duffy around the cage, wraparound try, had the far side, just pushed it along the goal crease. Now, 2-on-1 the other way. It's Askin, holds fire, save made by Barron. Rams looking to counter. Alessi will just send that in and around the boards, and everybody goes for a change. Immel on the forecheck. Lorico in front, nobody home. It'll be Thomas Hilliard. And Hilliard deposited by Bridgewood. Back the other way comes Farmingdale. It's Lorico. Lorico down into the corner, looks for Bridgewood, broke it up, and then potentially back the other way we go. 2-on-1, it's Kata with Hilliard. Hilliard holds, fires, and another 2-on-1 stop made by Barron. As Immel meets a big hit there, red line ice by Hilliard. He's been noticeable early. The 6'2" forward out of Congers, New York. Mentioned how Rutgers is coming off a weekend where they were swept against RIT. Farmingdale did not play last weekend. They were supposed to go upstate to play Union, but the weather prevented that road trip, so the game was canceled. But the Rams, 2 weekends ago, the last time they played, took a trip down south to take on the Georgia Bulldogs January 31st, February 1st, and February 2nd. An 8-2 loss, a 2-2 tie, and a 4-3 loss. So a tough road trip down south for Farmingdale as Ivers dances his way in, holds forehand in front, can't find a white jersey as he had Rifai down and out. Farmingdale, though, that weekend went in without one of their leading point producers, Michael Lorico, battling some illness. Lorico, 22 points, 8 goals in 20 games this year. As pushing down low is Connor Reagan off a leg of Chris Keller, poke checked away by Barron. Turnover, Reagan looks, fires, and Barron stands tall. So Barron was also a part of the story of that Georgia weekend. All 3 goalies banged up with injuries for Farmingdale. Andrew Barron, Joseph DeCanio, and Aiden Foley all hurt, but now healthy and ready to go after the long break off. Andrew Barron is pretty much kind of taken over the starter's role as the seasons went on. Barron is 7-2-1 this year with a 2.80 goals against average and a .926 save percentage. And for Barron, the freshman out of Staten Island. Pass in front, just out of the reach of Trabb, and the net comes off again. So something we got to do something about that net. Over that Georgia trip, Konkowski with 2 goals and assists, Chris Keller with 3 assists. And in all 3 games, Farmingdale lost 2 and tied 1. They were tied in all 3 games. 2-2 turned into 8-2. And then in game 2, as puck is loose and not able to cover it was Rifai, and LaChase scores. Joseph LaChase puts home the loose change. Farmingdale starts first. It's 1-0. So this looked like off the draw. Rifai had a quick cover and we were going to have another face-off, but he could not control it. So here's the shot. Puck came free and he hit it right back to LaChase, and he puts it home. So Joseph LaChase will pick up his 5th goal of the season. He was held pointless in the Georgia road trip after having goals in back-to-back games against Fairfield and Quinnipiac. In those Fairfield-Quinnipiac games, the 2 games before that Georgia set, he had 6 points, LaChase. Alessi gloves that down. Got a man behind him in Dupuis. Comes the blue line. Albrecht shot padded away by Barron. Shot from the point, off a leg. Dupuis can't find it behind him. And the opposite direction comes Farmingdale with Nicholas Trapp. Excuse me, that was Jesse Burns. Now Minio comes out from behind the net. Minio goes down low, can't find Duffy as that one's intercepted by Jack Turner. Turner enters the zone, goes wide on Thomas Smith, and then is taken down as Thomas Smith takes a penalty there. A little bit late call by the official, but Smith is going to go for the hooking. So Rutgers power play will go to work. First time today, we will check out the special teams unit. This Rutgers team this year, 3.4 goals per game, which is a nice number, but then they allow 4.6 against. They have a minus 26 goal differential, and a lot of that has to do with the two brutal losses they had against Oswego State, the first place team in their conference, in their division. Rutgers comes in today 3-6-1 in their last 10 games. But they go to work here, a man up. Schmargon walks in, throws one on goal off a leg. It comes free on the far side. Schmargon will take it back. Attempting to go up the boards, and he will, to Reagan. Reagan to the blue line, Werfel, back to Reagan. Albrecht to Reagan. They play catch, and they continue to do so. Reagan, Werfel, drags, fires, blocked by LaChase, chopped towards the net, save made Barron, and it goes behind the cage. And now this net, it's off its moorings. So we mentioned how the leading point producer is, in fact, for Rutgers, Connor Reagan. Freshman year for Reagan, 22 goals and 30 points. Actually, excuse me, sophomore year for Reagan. Last year as a freshman, 22 goals and 30 points in his freshman year. So it's a very strong start to his Rutgers campaign. But in current freshman on the lineup today, Jack Turner out of Middletown, New Jersey. Goals in 3 straight coming into today. As Reagan peels off, goes to Albrecht. Albrecht goes down low, got a man deflecting, and they score. It's Jack Turner making goals in 4 straight. A great look from the blue line. Albrecht saw Turner wide open, cutting to the net. And you see him just come right up from the bottom of the face-off circle. And he deflects that one home as Turner will pick up his 12th of the year, continuing his team lead in that category. Harrison Albrecht will pick up his 12th point on the assist, as should be Connor Reagan getting a secondary as well. So Reagan gets his 24th point of the season, Reagan gets his 19th point, and Albrecht gets his 12th. So back-to-back goals at Rutgers converting on the power play. Farmingdale, a team that can score a lot. They can score at the best. They average 4.9 goals a game, but just like Rutgers, it's the goals against. 3.7 goals against per game they do allow. Farmingdale also does run into the penalty issue, 14.2 penalty minutes per game. They took 9 penalties in Game 2 2 weekends ago against Georgia. That was the 2-2 tie on February the 1st. And in Game 3, we mentioned all 3 games were tied. So Game 1 was 2-2. They lose 8-2, let up 6 unanswered. 2-2 obviously ends in the tie. And then the third game against the Bulldogs was 3-3 until 1 minute and 26 seconds left in the game. Farmingdale coughs up the game-winning goal, and they come out on the losing end. And now Solove to the blue line. Being hounded there as Gorman goes down the middle, intercepted by Alessi. Alessi flips towards Bridgewood. He touches that with a high stick. So a free touch-up for Jennings and the Scarlet Knights. Long pass finds nobody except for Konkowski right off the bench. Konkowski dances free through the blue line. Konkowski leaves for Smith. He'll flip that one on in. As the top line for Farmingdale, all freshmen go to work. Ivers, backhander, save made. Keller is denied by Riffai, and the net comes off again. So if you're keeping score at home, Rutgers is leading in net off its moorings, 4-1. This Rutgers group, led by head coach Joseph Dixon, assisted by Corey Pinney. Shot off the draw, a nice glove save by Riffai. Solove goes towards the center ice, missing Rubenstein. That one deflected as Ivers has to stop and turn around as Connor Reagan will pick up. Reagan peeling away dangerously right in front of his own net. Ivers looking for Keller, can't find him, but Ivers still with it. Goes Keller. Keller's pass fanned on, and Rutgers avoids disaster there as Reagan turned it over right in front of his own net. Wrapped around the boards, this could be a 2-on-1, it will be. Ivers and Konkowski, the two leading scorers. Ivers gets some space, fires, and misses wide. So the top line being quite dangerous on this shift, but nothing so far to show for it. Harrison Albrecht. Albrecht in front and covered by Barron. .6:24 left in the opening period, tied at 1. It was Joseph LaChase who got the game started, and then Jack Turner on the power play deflected shot, and that's where we stand right now. Alessi off the boards. There's LaChase, who has the goal for Farmingdale. Looks for Signoretti, finds him, and that shot blocked down. Never made it on goal. Turner steps by Kravitz. Rutgers wants a penalty, not going to get one there. Had an argument to be made. As McCann hounded down low in front, Turner did not get all that one-timer as Barron steered it aside. Signoretti up the boards. There's the captain, McCann. He'll flip that one on in. Signoretti goes for a change. Friendly bounce here for Farmingdale as LaChase gets to it first. Miscommunication with Turner and Riffai. Karamanos to Turner. Turner and Kravitz again go to battle one-on-one. And Kravitz just stands his ground, holds him up as McGregor goes right back to him. Couple bodies going down there, both on Rutgers. We play on. Aiden Gorman, as that puck go out in front of him a bit towards the middle of the ice, one-on-one the other way. It's Hilliard, swiped away by Jesse Burns. To the blue line, Gorman fires, blocked down by O'Donnell. Turnaround try by Cotta, goes wide. It'll be O'Donnell now, long pass, and we got a penalty coming up against Farmingdale for interference. Looks like it'll be Frank Alessi. So the first two penalties of the game will be going against the Rams. It'll be the freshman Alessi out of Great River, New York. Alessi had a goal and an assist last time Farmingdale played. That was the third and final game against Georgia. Farmingdale pushed this back to the far side corner as Kravitz gets tangled up with Colin Smargon. Albrecht dishes off Werfel. Back to Albrecht, the captain fires, and that one's blocked by Eric Immel. Albrecht catches that one just offsides. Good pass, but just a hair behind the blue line as Rotan will send that one down. Flipped off the glove of Smargon. Swiped by Rotan. And now Smargon will take it. Into Farmingdale ice. Drop down to Werfel. Now Albrecht. Reagan. They play catch. Albrecht. Smargon. Nice move around Burns. Looks, fires, save made. Turner helping out his forward down low. Now pinned up by Burns. 50 left on the man advantage. Turner firing. Puck still loose in front. And that one swiped wide by Smargon. Puck staying behind the goal line. Burns throws the body. Reagan, spin around pass. Albrecht to Werfel. Back to Albrecht. One-timer knocked down in front. Rebound. Turner is stopped by Barron. Puck was free, but the ref lost sight of it. .26 seconds left on the Alessi interference. We take a look back as Werfel one-timing Albrecht, and then you'll see Turner on the rebound, stopped by Barron, and then this puck was free. You see it just skip out there, but the ref on the far side just lost sight of it. Hilliard at the dot, gets help from his winger, as Ben Jennings has to regroup at center. Barron tried to push that to the corner and wind up hitting it back towards himself. .16 seconds left on the Alessi penalty. The captain, McCann, wins that cleanly back. Kravitz pushed into the boards there. Too many red jerseys, coughs it up. One-timing try there, save Barron, and out of the zone. As Butchko was there on the shot, and we're back to 5-on-5. McCann causing some pressure. Butchko now. Pushes along for Jennings. Jennings to Kata. McGregor steers that off the boards. Now Jennings needs a big hit from Bridgewood. Push out of the zone, almost another 2-on-1. Would have been the fourth time this period. Rutgers got a 2-on-1, but good stick work by Michael Lorico to break that play up at the red line. Appalachian to Kata. Kata's wrister wide of the cage. And Appalachian will be first man on it and push it back to Albrecht to regroup. Under 2 minutes left in the period. Smith jumps up, gloves that one down. Needs a hit to gain the zone. Good stick lift again. This time it was Lorico in the offensive zone. And for the fifth time, the net comes off. So for Farmingdale, they want to clean up their neutral zone right now. We just saw almost the fourth time this period where they allowed a 2-on-1. And for Rutgers, a little bit too careless. We saw it there with Lorico causing the turnover. Not the first time we've saw them cough the puck up in front of their own net. Off the face-off. Carmanos around the boards. Finds Appalachian. As Keller puts him right into the boards in front of the Farmingdale bench. Konkowski pushes up Keller. Or Ivers, Keller, and now Konkowski through the legs. Konkowski met behind the boards, behind the net by two red jerseys. Off a stanchion, Quinones keeps it in. Konkowski, Ivers, Konkowski drags. Poke check by Werfel and chopped out of the zone. Hilliard will foot that one on in. As we hit, 1 minute left in the period. Werfel's got a man in the slot, can't get to him, but it does eventually, and they put it home. Garrett Kata, right place, right time, 2-1 Rutgers. And if you'll see, watch the slot, you'll see Kata slip in. See, there's Kata, 44 in red, uncovered, uncovered, uncovered. They can't get the puck to him, but then Quinones kicks it right to him, and it's basically a one-timer. as Farmingdale it's been a very loose and soft period for the Rams. You see it right there. You just kick the puck right to the opposition in one of the most prime scoring spots in your own zone. So a late first period goal to give Rutgers their first lead of the game. Farmingdale looks like they're trying to wear off some rust, having not played in 2 weeks. Signoretti, LaChase, quick touch pass into the slot, looking for Trabb. LaChase might have been better off taking that puck. 3-on-2 the other way. Nice move around one, firing, and wide was Reagan. Reagan, nifty move there, almost deposited Rutgers' third of the game, and dangerously in front again. Farmingdale hammering away at the final seconds. And for Rutgers, one too many times this period, they have tried to come right in front of their own goaltender, and every time they've turned it over. So both teams, despite the score, have a lot to work on. Farmingdale, the neutral zone, and they got to pick up the intensity. And Rutgers, the front of the net has to be cleaned up. That is an unacceptable finish to the period. But nonetheless, it is Rutgers taking advantage of the Farmingdale mistake at the end of the period. First, it was Jack Turner on the power play, then Garrett Cotta, even strength, and they skate off up 2-1. On the road, you're watching live on LI Sports Network. We'll return for the second period. Welcome back, everyone, to Long Island, New York. Jordan DeLuciano here on the call on the LI Sports Network. Moments away from second period puck drop, where the Rutgers University Scarlet Knights are up 2-1 on the road against the Farmingdale State Rams. And again, a reminder, this is an out-of-league matchup. So for Farmingdale, representing the AAU Division I club hockey and collegiate sports, going up against Rutgers, representing the ACHA Division I of collegiate club sports. Teams will switch sides. First period kicked off, Joseph LaChase taking advantage of a miscue in net by Kareem Riffai in his first collegiate start. Gave Farmingdale a 1-0 lead, but it was answered on the power play by Jack Turner on deflection, and then with just a tick under a minute left in the first period, it was Garrett Cotta who got a friendly bounce in the slot and did not make a mistake on it. Put it past Barron, and that's where we stand. An icing to start the period. So for Farmingdale, they gotta mainly, if you pick up the pace, and they kind of are stuck in neutral right now. If they get out of neutral, then everything else could come together, which has been an issue in the neutral zone. So before you clean up the neutral zone, you gotta get out of neutral. And Farmingdale came out a little flat that period, especially with 2 penalties. And for Rutgers, definitely want to clean up the front of the net. We saw way too many times, especially right before the buzzer at the end of the first period, in their own zone, they're just skating the puck casually in front of their own net. And every time it's led to a turnover. Farmingdale has not scored on one yet, but 2 lax skating out of their own zone. You never want to go in front of your own net with traffic with the puck. But Rutgers came out, despite that, Rutgers came out quick, physical, and were consistent in the offensive zone on this road game. Dancing off the boards there. They go towards the blue line in a line change, but good timing as a shot is gloved down by Barron. Rutgers trying to get back to into their winning ways, struggling their last 10. They lost their last weekend series. They were swept against RIT. Cotta, who had a goal as well during that RIT weekend, has a goal today. No Alex Setch, the forward out of Old Bridge, New Jersey, the freshman with 8 goals, 10 assists this year, not in the lineup today for Rutgers. He's missing a key piece of the offense as Nate Case enters the zone. Alessi bodies him off, battles now Bridgewood. Case and Alessi all tangled up behind the play, and both of them tackle each other. Immel cannot let that shot go because Alessi and Case are wrestling behind the play. Yeah, I think both of them are going to go. You can't give one or the other here. One and not the other. So Alessi will go for the second time to the penalty box, as will Nate Case, the forward out of Haddonfield, New Jersey. This might be offsetting, so we will stay at 5-on-5, or are we going 4-on-4? 4-on-4, they announce. So Rutgers got to get a body off the ice, and Sammy Askin, he'll go to the bench, and we'll play 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Bridgewood pushes back to Lorico off the draw. His shot broken up, and immediately out of the zone comes Hilliard. Hilliard shoved off by Rotan. Rotan shielding off Hilliard. One-hand shove, Bridgewood. Now Lorico. Lorico take it out of the zone. Go to Rotan. Ivers over there. Lorico throws a body. And on the chase is Albrecht. Ivers. Hilliard, excuse me. Good fake there by Camaranos. Slow moving 4-on-4 here. Neither team able to establish possession here. Hilliard battling with Ivers. Ivers comes free. Dances loose. Gets behind the goal line with Albrecht, and good body positioning by Harrison Albrecht to win the exchange. But then Albrecht gets leveled by Keller. And they pass it to Albrecht. He's trying to get off the ice. He's a little injured. In front for Keller, and he can't get the shot off. So Keller lays a big hit on Albrecht. They try to go back in Albrecht's direction. Little did the Rutgers group know he was injured on the play, trying to get off the ice, and Keller could not convert on the 2-on-1. So after a long stretch of play on this 4-on-4 where not much was happening, a lot of turnovers, neither team establishing possession, and then a big hit changes the pace of play, but Farmingdale unable to convert as that pass kind of handcuffed Keller. But now it's LaChase on the wrister off the glove of Riffai. McCann, who needed some stitches during the intermission, is back out there. McCann throws a big open ice hit. McGregor pokes free, and McCann again tossing Jack Turner. LaChase now with McGregor, drags, pushes in front, gets his own rebound. LaChase, Kravitz, shot, broken up, Kravitz knocks it down and pushes towards the corner. 4 seconds left on the 4-on-4. As I speak, we'll go back to even strength at 5s. Nice fix at the blue line by Dupuis to get it right back after an overskate. Turner with Kravitz on him, around the boards. Smargon. Now Dupuis, backhand pass Reagan. Reagan looks, fires, steered away by Barron, and he'll clamp down on it. After a slow-moving start to this period, the physicality was picked up by Keller and McCann. McCann twice with back-to-back open ice hits on that 4-on-4. This Rutgers team last season did play an out-of-league matchup just like tonight. They played against Farmingdale's Division II team, in which the Division II Rams team picked up the win. So if you're Farmingdale tonight, the Division I program, if you go into today's matchup thinking scoreboard hockey, you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball. High chip off the glass. Signa ready to go get it. Immel throws a hit on the boards, puck left there for Smargon. He's met by Signoretti. Signoretti picks up, holds, fires, and a block shot goes wide. Burns has that puck knocked away by Appalachian. Jennings. Go to Gorman. Gorman up the middle, and now it's a foot race. Burns and Appalachian, and it will be an icing. So Farmingdale will get the fresh change. Rutgers stuck out there on the icing. Farmingdale will send out O'Donnell, Minio, and Duffy, the forwards. O'Donnell was held pointless in the series against Georgia. He has 10 goals, 14 assists in 20 games this year, but nothing against the Bulldogs. Minio holds, fire, shot blocked. Minio, Rotan, shot blocked again. Appalachian this time getting in front of it. Good stick work there by Werfel. Cannot get around Thomas Smith. Smith off the boards. O'Donnell has that one roll off the stick. Referee in the way there. O'Donnell not happy with it, but they keep the puck in. Rotan, Smith, winds, fires, punched away. Duffy drags in front, chops it across. As Farmingdale showing a little bit more life than they did in that first period. And O'Donnell throwing a big hit behind the net. Gives an open lane here. Appalachian right now, a long shift for all 5 of the Silver Knights as all of them head off on a change. Farmingdale trying to catch him. Duffy leaves for Mineo. Mineo overskates and then runs into the ref again. And then Mineo gives a little bit of a long stare there. Konkowski chasing with Albrecht. Albrecht using his strength to deal with the body of Konkowski. There's now McGregor in pursuit. He's got a man in Solove on him. McGregor turns it over, cuffed it right to the waiting stick of Rubenstein. Rubenstein had a goal in that RIT series. Ivers can't drag past one. Good body position there by Karamanos. Ivers behind the net, finds Burns firing. Save made, puck loose, but Albrecht helped out his goaltender, and now the fisticuffs. So Riffai had that puck squeak behind him. Albrecht saves a goal, and then everybody grabs ahead. So we're going to have penalties coming up because of the aftermath. Chris Keller through the box, as well as Stavros Karamanos. Might have another offsetting, not another offsetting, might have another 4-on-4, should I say. Let's see, Farmingdale has 4 out there, as does Rutgers. I think we're going to have another 4-on-4. It's just like before, they send Askin. Actually, Askin's going to the penalty box here. Because I think they're going to give Karamanos an extra penalty, so someone's going to have to serve it, and I think Askin's going to be the one to serve. So Farmingdale will now go on the power play, 5-on-4. So Keller will sit for 2, as will Askin. And Karamanos has a little bit extra discipline as they look to tie the game here. I think Karamanos is going to get 4 minutes here. Keller and Askin will get 2. As will be Konkowski. Walks in, holds forehand, firing, and a save made. Now Mineo goes to Alessi pinching in. Alessi firing, keeps it on the ice, misses wide. LaChase. Alessi just kept that puck from going out. Quick pass, it's LaChase. He wristers one wide, and now it's Konkowski. And the net's off. Shocker, shocker. And that, I'm losing count. I think the net's gone off a total of 8 times today. Seems about right, 8 times. Shot 16-14 in favor of Rutgers. This period in favor of Farmingdale, 4-1. Still early, not even 6 minutes in, or 8 minutes in, excuse me. Nice chip off the boards there by Kata. 1-on-1 the other way. Nice move around McGregor, but McGregor able to recover. They'll regroup to kill some more clock. Rams got 45 seconds left on the power play, and then Askin will be released. And I believe Karamanos is just going to be 2 minutes along with Keller. So Keller and Karamanos are going to need 2 minutes and a stoppage to exit the box. McGregor. Bridgewood. Lorico, 15 left on the power play. O'Donnell. Lorico. Down low to Bridgewood, comes to McGregor. He fires one on goal, save made, puck loose. Duffy pushes wide. Riffai is having some troubles today controlling those rebounds. The first time he struggled, well, Chase made him pay. That time Duffy almost does the same. And very convenient for Karamanos and Keller. 2 minutes ends right as the whistle is blown. So everybody comes out of the box. Back to 5-on-5, shot knocked down in front, and Reagan just casually pushed it behind the net. Rifai gloves that down, keeps it alive with Signoretti all over him. Now it'll be Turner, stripped by Immel. And Turner will come free with it. Turner had the goal that tied the game on the power play. Pass in front, punched away Barron. Alex Dupuis misses Reagan at the blue line. Looking for the pass behind the defense. No icing here. It'll be Reese. To Dupuis. Banks it off the back of the net. Turner back to Reese. Now Immel. Bridgewood pinned up on the boards. There's Trabb. And now Dupuis. That puck comes out of the zone. First time this period in which Rutgers able to get some offensive zone time as that puck launched out of play. And this offensive zone time, it all started with because two players got loose behind the Farmingdale defense again. The pass was just too high and fast to slow down. And because there were two players behind the defense, it negated a potential icing. Or actually, it might have been deflected on the way down because of the two players behind the defense. Rutgers goes back to work. That shot slowed down. Rebound is pushed wide by Solove. Behind the net, Rubenstein in front, rolling puck, gets a man down low. That was Cherney. Right on the doorstep, the puck found him. Cherney now in his skates, backhander blocked. Might have been friendly fire with Rubenstein. Konkowski trying to get around Cherney. Ivers leaves it for him. Good stick work down low by Butchko to strip Konkowski. Keller pokes ahead Konkowski. Konkowski. Or Ivers, should I say, dragging, taking a spill, but we play on. Keller, tough angled shot is stopped by Rifai, and you can see he turned his head around, took a peek to see if that got behind him. So in his first collegiate start, Rifai, so far so good. Has 14 saves on 15 shots, but the rebound control is definitely something he wants to clean up. It's a dangerous game you keep playing. Bouncing puck, another 2-on-1. Rutgers in on the play, and a nice sliding poke check there by Burns. Now it's O'Donnell with Minio. O'Donnell, wrister, missed over the bar. Duffy to the net, missing a deflection was O'Donnell. O'Donnell peels around, has a look on goal, save made, rebound Duffy, and he scores. Tim Duffy, this time he puts the rebound home, ties this one up at 2. And it's the rebounds that have been a cause for concern for Rifai, and twice it has led to the back of the net. Can't hold on, Duffy puts it home. Farmingdale evens this one up as Duffy will pick up his 14th of the year, his 25th point of the season, as O'Donnell will pick up his 15th assist of the year, his 25th point of the season. Now Reagan trying to get it back, has two in front. Great play by Alessi to break it up. And then a bad pass by Minio right to Reagan. Reagan's wrister, save made by Barron. Puck kicks loose. Alessi now to Lorico, and he'll flip this high and out of the zone. Alessi. Off a skate, up and into the Rutgers bench, and the puck found its way back onto the ice somehow. So Farmingdale, you could tell, have gotten the legs going in the second period. Pretty soft in the first. Might have been playing a little bit too much of scoreboard hockey. But they get on the board here to tie things up. As Reagan comes into the zone, Reagan drags, fires, and he scores! A quick release by Reagan, and Rutgers gets it right back to take the lead, 3-2. Reagan, that's their go-to, coming off a fantastic freshman season, using Alessi as a screen, or Rotan, and gets that underneath the glove of Barron. Reagan will pick up his 11th goal of the year, still one back of Jack Turner's 12th. Immel trying to get back for Farmingdale, and Larico pushed it wide, and the net comes off again. Now these nets just don't want to stay in position. We might be into the double digits of how many times the nets come off. Rutgers with a great response after Farmingdale did come out with a response of their own in the second period, right after Duffy gets on the board to tie it. Reagan with the quick snap to take the lead. Dupuis, another 2-on-1 potentially, tough angled shot, knocked down by Barron. The odd man rushes are a cause for concern. Rams have to clean up that neutral zone, because that's where odd man rushes marinate, in the neutral zone. And the defense has not been on par so far in that center ice. Might be up to 5 or 6 2-on-1s this game that Farmingdale has led up. They go to Alessi, try to create one of their own. Or Signoretti in front, can't link up with McCann. Good back check there, as you had Karamanos back. Foot race, Butchko off the skate of LaChase. LaChase fans on a pass, puck in front, and the net comes off again, but this time it was due to a collision with Signoretti. Rutgers can't change because the net coming off. I think maybe they would be a little bit more lenient and allow Rutgers to change, because it was Alessi, or not Alessi, Signoretti that hit the net off. But Rutgers has to keep the same 5 out there. Off the draw, there's Signoretti. Wrist shot, hit a bunch of bodies. McGregor. Signoretti. Long pass, Kravitz. Kravitz looks, fires, punched away as McCann collides with Riffai. And now a scrum after the fact as McCann takes down a defender in front, and they're still wrestling. Butchko has his helmet knocked off by LaChase as McCann is still tangled up in front. Butchko shoved by LaChase. Now another scrum happening in the circle as the 2 men are taken down. McGregor then a double leg takedown on Butchko. Now Solove and Signoretti in a fight as well. And it's now mayhem. Sticks, laundry, helmets, all on the ice. So McCann goes to the box. Karamanos goes to the box. Signoretti goes to the box. Solove goes to the box. As we're gonna need some time to figure out discipline, time on the box, time on the penalty box. So while we sort things out here, we'll take a break as we got to clean up some laundry, figure out how long everyone's going to be sitting in the box. We'll be right back. 3-2 lead, Rutgers over Farmingdale. Welcome back, everyone, to Long Island, New York. The dust has settled. What we do know right now, Stavros Karamanos for Rutgers and the captain for Farmingdale, John McCann, their night is over. They've both been ejected, and Rutgers will have a power play, and it'll be at 2 minutes on the board for Luciano Signoretti. So you do have a bunch of names in the box right now on both sides. 3 guys in the box for Farmingdale, 2 for Rutgers. But Signoretti will be the one coming out in 2 minutes, and that's why the power play begins for Rutgers. Reagan. He has the goal that took the lead. During the break as well, Karamanos and McCann were verbally sparring from each of the penalty boxes. And then both teams started shoving some more. So we'll see how this winds up finishing today, as Turner just misses on that cross-ice pass. Behind the net, Reagan. Blue line, Albrecht. To the boards, Werfel. Albrecht. Back to Werfel. Albrecht wants it, gets it, firing, deflected wide. Off the board, Reagan, wrister to the net, kicked away. Looked like it hit a Farmingdale leg in front. And now Reagan fires and misses over the boards. Turnover, Immel. He'll pick up, look for some options, and flip that one in. Bridgewood gets a piece of that one, as the pass was intended for Max Werfel. Under 30 on the man advantage. Werfel chops at it. Intercepted Alessi. Bouncing puck comes out of the zone. Let's see if Farmingdale could push odd man the other way. Chase chops at it with Jennings. Now Bridgewood. Bridgewood looks, fires, save made. And Bridgewood was looking for that blocker side. He had it, but he kind of fanned on the shot and got on top of the puck too much. And it wound up going right into the right pad of Riffai. As we're back to 5-on-5, there's still 2 in the box on each side. Kata, wrister, punched up by Barron. Puck still loose in front and sent to the near side corner. Jennings, D to D, Gorman. Gorman, wrister, punched off. Jennings now. Holding, taking it behind the net and around the world. Gorman, cross, finds a man. Circle firing off the side of the net is Dupuis. Duffy, alone, the opposite direction, pushes ahead. Duffy could have a step, takes a whack, looks to wrap it, takes a spill, net comes off, and we'll have another stoppage. What a shock, the net comes off. We are back to 5-on-5, and the 4 people total in the box now exit. Butchko and Solove were the 2 in the box that now go to the bench. So now the penalty boxes are empty. Let's see how much we can ride this peaceful game until we get some more chaos, as Minio did not get much of that shot. Rotan takes down low. To Smith. Smith high wrister, and a save made by Riffai. O'Donnell, long pass, Minio has to take it out of the zone. Rotan. Stretch pass to the corner, there's Konkowski. Pass off a leg. Rotan's gonna walk in and wrister one, blocked, and O'Donnell can't retrieve it. Off the body of Rotan. Konkowski there to help. Rotan, Konkowski with 8 goals his last 7 games in front, and they score! Konkowski finds O'Donnell, finds the back of the net, we're tied up at 3. So Rotan and Konkowski work together in between the blue line and the top of the circle to keep it in, and then leaving was Ben Jennings. He left O'Donnell wide open to try to take the man in Konkowski. And Farmingdale, second time this period, have tied it up. So O'Donnell will pick up his 11th goal of the year. As O'Donnell will get the assist, as will, or sorry, excuse me, not O'Donnell will get the assist. O'Donnell will get the goal, and it will be Kankowski and Rotan on the assist. Two minutes left in the period. Bad pass there as Ivor steps in front. He goes to Keller. Keller's wrister deflected up and out of play. Farmingdale came out the better team in the second period after a tough first period where Rutgers had the better play. Farmingdale got on the board to tie it with Duffy, but then immediately answered was Connor Reagan to take the 3-2 lead. Then Rutgers went back to the game that they had in the first period, but now Farmingdale gets another. It's Kankowski from the goal line, taking the lead 4-3. Eight goals his last 7 games, now make it 9 goals his last 8 games. They look for Mariko, goes wide. As Bridgewood now tangled up on the far side circle with Gorman. Alessi down low to Immel. Puck handcuffed him there as he's behind the net. Alessi charging back. Puck is stuck on the trim of the boards. No one knows where it is. The crowd knows where it is as Burns takes a shot at Hillard. And someone knows where the puck is there. The official found it. No one knew where it was. The crowd did, though. And us watching at home as well. So 1:03 left in the second period. Rutgers took a 2-1 lead into the second. Farmingdale answered with Tim Duffy 2-2. Connor Reagan took the lead back 3-2, but no. Rapid fire goals for Farmingdale have taken the lead of their own. First O'Donnell and then Kankowski as we're under a minute left in the second. Rutgers looks for a late strike just the way they did in the second in the first as it'll be Nicholas Trabb towards Signoretti. Signoretti bluffs the slap shot, tries to go back to the outside. The Rams with 2 goals in less than a minute apart. O'Donnell and Kankowski. Rolling puck. Appalachian stood up at the top of the circle by Larico, who's covering on the back end as Rutgers goes off sides. Got a little chippy after the whistle there as LaChase took exception to Reagan. As Rutgers going to line up for their face-off here, and they put Rice back. I don't think they were going to line up aggressively, try to spring him, but they push forward at the dot, punched away. There's Rice, perfect timing, as a shot from the circle is blocked. Reagan bluffs the slap shot, shot to the net, rebound, save made Barron, and Kravitz saves a goal as well. Seconds away from back-to-back periods for Rutgers on a late strike. Barron makes one stop, and then Kravitz saves a goal at the buzzer. So Jacob Kravitz and the Farmingdale defense skate off with a 4-3 lead as we go to the third period. We're going to step aside on the LI Sports Network. When we return, third period puck drop, 4-3, Farmingdale over Rutgers. Oh, no problem. Yeah. Welcome back, everyone, to Long Island, New York on the LI Sports Network. My name is Jordan DeLuciano. Third period puck drop, and we are underway between Farmingdale and Rutgers. Farmingdale scored two back-to-back in less than a minute apart to take the lead after going down 3-2. It was Connor Reagan who took the lead back for Rutgers. They were up 2-1, 2-1 to 2-2, 3-2 to then 4-3. In favor of the Rams as Duffy picks off. He's got a goal today. Wrister blocked. O'Donnell was open in the slot. Did not go to him. They go down the middle. They got a man in Dupuis. Good recovery by McGregor to push that aside. Now Duffy comes up ice. Goes to Minio. They stay onside. Duffy wants it, gets it, firing again. Save made. Challenging effort by Riffai. So Riffai makes an aggressive save there on Duffy. And for Riffai in his first collegiate start, what's hurt him today has been the rebound control. 2 of the 4 goals have been because of it, and there could have been others that just leaked by. He was beat on a one-timer from the slot by O'Donnell to tie the game at 3, and then Konkowski from a near impossible angle put it in a perfect spot over the shoulder, underneath the bar. That's where we stand. 4-3 and another turnover defensive zone. We did not see those turnovers in the second period that we saw in the first for Rutgers, where they were coughing the puck up right in front of their own net. That time was just like the first period as Farmingdale goes offsides. Farmingdale, we talked about how Rutgers is in the ACHA. They represent the NECHL division, which they're third place. Farmingdale is first place in the Empire Conference. They are 15-6-2 in AAU Division I. Currently on a 5-game win streak. They were on a 5-game win streak, excuse me. They were on a 5-game win streak from November 24th to January 26th. So a long stretch because you had the semester break. Good step there by Burns. He gets a piece of Smargon. But ever since that 5-game win streak, they've lost their last 3 games, and that was the Georgia series. 0-2-1. No wins, 2 losses, and a tie. Appalachian looking for a penalty there, not going to get one. Hounded on the boards. Puchko will chase down with Ivers. Pushes it ahead, but waiting there is Keller. Ivers gets it right back. Drops for Smith. Good drop there. Got 2 guys out of the zone. Shot knocked down in front and rolls wide as Keller is thrown into Riffai, and so far no harm, no foul. And the original shot by Smith, it looked like it hit Keller in front of the net, and then Keller did not get much on the rebound, just pushed it wide of the post. Face off to the right of Riffai. At the dot, Rutgers tries to come free with it, and they will with Werfel. Werfel meets 2 white jerseys there as Rotan will scoop up in his own end. Ivers lunges at that one. Keller kicks it away. And that'll be Reagan. Reagan asking. Can't control that pass cleanly. As this puck will go all the way down for an icing. Looked like Riffai was going to come out and net the play. That was a little unsure. As Riffai earlier played a puck that would have been icing as well. Face off back into Farmingdale ice. Knocked ahead will be Ivers as Keller pushed forward on the draw. Ivers bluffs the drop pass. Shielding off. Can't get that puck in front of the net. As behind the cage, now Askin stepping in as McGregor. Turn over to the middle part. Konkowski trying to dance free, meeting some stick checking from Gorman, takes it out of the zone. Kata, shot to the net, slowed down off the stick of Keller as Kravitz loses control in the corner. Kravitz saved a goal at the end of the second period as Rutgers pushed to the net, had a lot of traffic. Good chance for a rebound, a wide open net after the original Barron save. And Konkowski gets punched in the face, and again by Albrecht. I believe that's Albrecht. Is that Albrecht or Reagan's? So Konkowski without a helmet now, and that is Reagan's. So Konkowski goes to the bench, and Reagan's, I think they're gonna get Konkowski off the bench and into the penalty box. And they'll both go to the box. So more penalties as these mount up. Against RIT, the two games against RIT, Rutgers took 12 penalties in the two games, as that trend continues into today. And we're gonna have to sort some more out here. So once again, we'll step aside as we sort things out with the penalties. All right, welcome back everyone to Long Island, New York. You have Connor Reagan's in the box right now for Rutgers, Thomas Konkowski in the box for Farmingdale. We'll stay 5-on-5, 2 minutes offsetting. So Reagan and Konkowski, we're gonna need 2 minutes and a stoppage to come out of the box. That is now the third time today we've had an instance like that in which we need 2 minutes and a stoppage of play in order to release the guilty parties. Down low behind the goal line, as Rubenstein meets a big hit from Burns, pushing forward is Alessi. Alessi's got Trapp with him. Signoretti fires off the glove of Riffai. A chase goes up ice, rolling puck, sent out by Jennings. They chop at it. Trapp, Signoretti. Sends that one cross ice. That one swatted down by Solove. Nifty move by O'Donnell to evade two checkers. Eventually cops it up. It'll be the captain, Harrison Albrecht. Albrecht had an assist on the game-tying goal in the first period on the power play, in which Jack Turner deflected one in. Smith, the Quinones. Underneath the stick of O'Donnell. Turner off the glove of Quinones. Albrecht, just enough to keep that one in. Good forecheck shift right now for Rutgers. Farmingdale stuck in their own end. O'Donnell slips up, pins up the puck, goes Duffy. Duffy shoulders into a man in Nate Case. As again, the Rams have to regroup in their own end because they can't come out of the zone. Quinones can't exit, hits off Albrecht, so Farmingdale has been hounded in their own end here. To kick off the third as they look for Duffy on a stretch pass, trying to stretch the defense. And then a big hit, Werfel gets a hold of Minio there. All clean, we play on. That one ramped off a stick. Now we'll go behind the net. Now Werfel with McGregor. Good start to the period here for Rutgers. Gorman's shot goes wide. They need one to tie. Bridgewood intercepts. Into the zone he comes with Lorico. Finds him, but just underneath the stick. Bridgewood in front, Lorico. He takes it behind, now to the blue line. Walking, firing is Kravitz. That one blocked by Appalachian. Lorico in front, Immel too high on the pass, and it comes out of the zone. Farmingdale with their response shift. No icing here as Bridgewood gets a piece of that one. Jennings around the boards. Stepping in, Jesse Burns swipes out the feet there of Cata. Shot to the net, goes over the bar. Lorico, Immel, Alessi. D to D, just kept in there by Burns. That one arches over the cage. Pushed ahead. It's Garrett Cata, one-on-one. Cata, wrister, fought off by Barron. Loose puck, hit off into the corner. Cata, still battling with Burns. These two have been meshed together ever since they connected on the far side when Cata was trying to exit the zone. Quick rush the other way. Hilliard dances, holds, tries to let one go, but Smith stayed with them the entire way. Signoretti can't backhand one up the middle. Rubenstein broke it up. Albrecht taking some wax, skates on. Rubenstein parks up, leaves it for Cherney. Shot gloved away by Barron with Hilliard on top of him. So a reminder to the viewers at home, Rutgers is without defenseman Stavros Karamanos for the rest of the game. He was ejected in the second period, as was Captain John McCann for Farmingdale for fighting. And Reagan and Konkowski, my apologies, I mentioned how they had to wait for 2 minutes and a whistle. No, they got a much longer penalty. I believe it's a 4-minute for both of them. So they're still in the box right now. So the two best players on each, the best players on each side, Reagan's and then Konkowski, both in the box right now. I say that because both of them are leading their team in points. Duffy, nice move at the red line. Can't dance his way through. Butchko gets inside positioning. Now Minio attempts to skip away from Solove. Solove sends that down. Barron's gonna have to play it, so no icing, but he'll cover it instead. We've had our fair share of penalties today, a lot in today's matchup between these two teams. Farmingdale has taken 10 penalties, and for Rutgers, has taken 8. Back the other way, numbers. It's LaChase, holds, backhand, looks for Trabb, and he scores! Nicholas Trabb, the baseball swing, puts it home and picks up his first collegiate goal. A quick start on the 2-on-1. It started just outside the blue line. Backhand pass elevated, and Trabb, I know pitchers and catchers reported Spring training starts early for Trabb and Farmingdale. So save the puck. Trabb in his 8th game of the season gives Farmingdale a 2-goal lead. Farmingdale looks for more here. Chase deflects it off a skate in front. So Farmingdale, who took the lead early 1-0 because of Joseph LaChase's goal, were behind 2-1, then 3-2, and now have scored 3 straight to take the lead. Now they're up 2. Face-off one back, Signoretti's shot is blocked. From the point, Burns, redirected by Riffai. Epilesian. Shot goes wide, there's Frank Alessi, who has an assist today. Nips through 2 red jerseys, into the zone he goes. Alessi drops Ivers, whacked away by the back-checking Thomas Hilliard. And then dodges a big hit from Keller and sticks with it. Hilliard dances to the outside. A step on Burns in front, found a man, but Werfel's shot was disrupted by Keller. Ivers almost had a step, good recovery by Albrecht, but Ivers gets it right back. Signoretti and Hilliard tied up at center, but they're separated. Kata, across the blue line. Good stick work there by Signoretti. Ivers, poke check to the red line, helped out by Rotan. Farmingdale just can't stay on sides, but now Hilliard is slow to the bench to get off. So Hilliard to the bench in pain, and I think O'Donnell may have just got ejected. Yeah, so Sean O'Donnell's night is done. Something that happened behind the play. It might have been a verbal dispute that led to, might not have been anything physical. I didn't catch it watching the play live. But it might have been something O'Donnell said, because the referee immediately blew the play dead. I don't think it was offside. I think they called it dead because of the O'Donnell issue. But then also Hilliard went to the bench hunched over in pain, so it might have been that. The reason why Hilliard was hunched over in pain, maybe something O'Donnell did. But now we have 3 ejections, 2 for Farmingdale. Konkowski and Reagan still in the box, and a power play now for Rutgers. So Rutgers now down 2, go to work on the man advantage. And a cross check coming up against Rutgers. As now Werfel will go 10 seconds into the power play. We're going to play 4-on-4. As these two teams continue to keep the sin bin occupied today. As yes, he did. Got a cross check on Chris Keller down low in the corner. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 1:50, and then Farmingdale will have a 10-second power play. This is, I believe, the 3rd or 4th time we've played 4-on-4 tonight. As now Farmingdale is well into double-digit penalties taken, and Rutgers now at 9 penalties taken. And when you're down 2 in the 3rd period, under 10 minutes left, you cannot afford to be taking penalties while on the power play. Got to be better disciplined. As Lorico hounded at the blue line, puck just came off sides and will blow it dead. 8:05 left. The recent third period goal by Nicholas Trabb pads Farmingdale's lead. Entered the period up 4-3, and now 5. You gotta go back to the way the second period ended. A great save by Barron, but then the rebound left a wide open net, and Kravitz broke it up in front. And it let Farmingdale go into the second period break, still up 1. Slow rolling shot got disrupted. Hilliard. Now puck comes free. Albrecht, shot broken up by Bridgewood. Hilliard chops it back. Butchko, sliding block there by Burns. Burns, a sliding poke, knocks that out of the zone. So Burns laying out the body. Turner looking down the middle. Big chop of the stick there. No penalty, and then there is. So the penalties that have been called today, they've been late reactions by the officials. They're waiting a nice 3-4 seconds after the penalty is committed to raise their arm. So now we're going to play 4-on-3 for 29 seconds. As Kravitz will go to the box for slashing. And now there's 3 guys in the box for Farmingdale and 2 for Rutgers. Konkowski and Reagan still in there. So they got 5-minute penalties. Rutgers has to strike here. Clock's running out. Bad pass there. Keller takes advantage. Five seconds left in the 4-on-3, then we'll play 4-on-4 for 10 seconds, and then a 5-on-4 for Rutgers for 1:50. Or excuse me, 1:20, my apologies. Tried to do quick math there. So as I speak, we will go now to 5-on-4 for 1:20 in favor of the Silver Knights, or the Scarlet Knights, excuse me. Around the boards, there's Rotan for Farmingdale. Looking to shovel it with the skate. And behind the net comes free was Askin. Jennings, blue line Butchko. 1 minute on the power play. Butchko, nice dance at the blue line around Immel. Shot to the net, off a body behind the cage. Dupuis. Now Jennings stepping in. Stick lifted from behind by Keller. And Rotan can't get that one out. Jennings. Hard wrap around the boards. There's Kata. Kata has a goal right at the end. Just under a minute left in the first period. He took the lead 2-1. Jennings, under 30 left in the period. Fans on the wrist shot, but keeps it away from Keller. Pass in front, broken up by Immel. Kravitz to retrieve it. Looks up ice and goes towards Immel's direction. Immel 1-on-2 the other way. Good stick there, soundly by Albrecht. Chase overskates off the bench. 5 left in the power play. Albrecht now, got a man going to the net and going wide. Chase, stick lifted. We back to even strength. That one behind Duffy. No icing here, as Gorman will pick up in his own end. Farmingdale looking to hold on for their 16th win of the year. Rutgers would drop to 8-11-1. Not sure how the ACHA will rule that. Farmingdale, it will count as a win, loss, or tie in their record books, but if it carries the same in the ACHA, Rutgers will drop to 11-1-0. Not too sure if they count out of league matchups in the ACHA, as that's covered by Barron. Farmingdale once a member of the ACHA. Many teams in the AAU were once part of the ACHA, but now we have 2 club hockey leagues. More club hockey, the better. Speaking of hockey going on, earlier today in the Four Nations, Finland knocks off Sweden in overtime 4-3, and right now you have the USA and Canada, a lot of bad blood in that matchup. Almost the end of the first period there, and a tie game between the States and the Canadians. Reagan, shot blocked. kicks out towards center, and it's a foot race. Can Duffy get there? He cannot. And well played by Jennings. He had 2 white jerseys surrounding him, and he had to prevent a breakaway, and he did. Up the boards, not hard and out though. Rotan swipes at it. Lorico scoops up now Minio. That one trickling down towards Barron. Barron will help out his defense. Rotan off the glove of Lorico, knocked out of the zone. Good chop there by Keller, and out comes Minio. Minio's pass off his skate. Kata there, can't get it. Minio gives it right back towards Kata, and the puck finds Minio. Keller turns, fires off the glove of Riffai. Three minutes left to go in the game. Kata swiped away by Immel, as now finally nobody in the box for the time being. Let's see how long that lasts. So Reagan and Konkowski can now sit on their bench opposed in the penalty box. Albrecht, wrister blocked, out of the zone. Signoretti tries to retrieve it. Albrecht's been very just sound back there, not allowing much of anything. And all these 50-50 pucks, he is getting the better of. That'll be Eric Immel now. Immel across the blue line, kicks it back up to his stick. Alessi joining the fray. Off the end boards. Reagan, first shift since the penalty. As Dupuis, one against the world here, eventually coughs it up. Trabb, who has the game's most recent goal, the baseball swing on the 2-on-1 feed from Joseph LaChase. Turner, off the boards, there's Burns. Nice move through his legs to get away from Turner. Glove down Ivers. Ivers over skates. Barron to help out again, gives it right back to him. Turner fires and misses wide. Turner, Rorfel, excuse me. Empty net now for Rutgers. 6-on-5 with 1:15 minutes left in the game. They need 2, down 5-3 here. Reagan gives up at the blue line. Farmingdale offsides, but Bridgewood's shot is blocked. Good save there by Aiden Gorman. And then Bridgewood gets it right back and buries it. So that will be the dagger. Bridgewood puts it home. It's 6-3 Farmingdale. And it was a good initial save there by Gorman, but then no Rutgers went after the loose puck. They all watched Ivers, and it was just puck watching like it was a Sunday skate, and Bridgewood puts it home. So with 57.6 seconds left in the game, Farmingdale has rattled off 4 straight goals overall after being down 3-2. As perhaps they look for more here. They find Immel. Immel alone fires, save made, punched behind the net. And how fitting, we can't finish this game unless we get the net off its moorings. So Farmingdale will improve to 16-6-2 on the year. Rutgers will drop to 8-11-1. Tomorrow will be the final home game of the season, and the final regular season game of the season for Farmingdale. It will be their senior night when they take on Quinnipiac. And then next weekend kicks off the Empire Conference playoffs, where Farmingdale hopes to go in as the 1 seed. Rotan taking exception after the whistle, after Askin takes a shot at Barron. And then getting tossed down there. And then there's some more. You got Askin again going at it with Trabb. Rotan still relentless right now. Askin took a clip at Barron, and Rotan charged after him, not liking that, and put him down. Askin then got tossed down again. So some more ejections with 32 seconds left in this one. Rotan's night is done. Trabb's night is done. Askin's night is done. At this point, we're better off just doing running clock. I feel like this is WrestleMania right now with the way things have gone tonight. I think we might have to step aside one more final time, as once again we have to sort things out. And we will step aside with 32 seconds left in this game. Farmingdale up 6-3 as we sort out once again the penalties. All right, we're back here on the island. There's one penalty on the board right now. And it's going to be Aiden Gorman is the lone penalty on the board right now, as Askin was ejected, Rotan was ejected, Trabb was ejected. These two teams, we have similarity. They're taking inspiration from the way USA-Canada started today. USA-Canada started with 3 fights in the first 9 seconds. This game had 50,000 fights within 3 periods. It had, I think, 20 ejections. The net came off its moorings probably 50 times. Of course, I'm exaggerating here as we peacefully let the clock run out, and Farmingdale ends at 6-3. So Farmingdale takes this one against Rutgers, as they will go into their final game of the season tomorrow at home against Quinnipiac, and the next weekend Empire Conference playoffs, where the Farmingdale State Rams look to win back that crown, and then it's national championship season. Your goal scorers, first with Rutgers, Jack Turner, Connor Reagan, and Garrett Cotta. Kareem Riffai will get the loss in net. And your goal scorers for Farmingdale, Nicholas Trabb, Sean O'Donnell, Thomas Kukowski, Tim Duffy, Dylan Bridgewood, and Joseph Chase with Andrew Barron getting the win in the net. For the final time tonight, your final, Farmingdale 6, Rutgers 3. My name is Jordan DeLuciano. Thanks for joining us on the LI Sports Network. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and good night, everyone.